Yo, what's up, guys? I think a lot of people have been looking at content creators and also maybe trying out yourself. Reno, it's a new best thing out there, which is a lot of fun. If you do get a double number, you guaranteed your crit, you ignore the enemy defense. It is about just a 9% chance to not get any pair on any of those. So that's definitely a fun unit. I actually did check it in RTA. He's sitting at a 43% win rate, so he's not really working. I think his best pairs are something along the lines of a Yeonhong, Viva Chell, maybe a Lucifer, maybe a Crack, any of those kind of LD boosters. But what can we do with two of them in just the normal arena? Because I do have Woo Young, so how can I pair that with the Woo Young? And then two Renos, and I just made the second one max leveled as well. Don't have any gear on them just yet, but let me put some runes to them, and let's actually look how that looks like in arena offense. And if you guys give this enough likes, let's say if we can get 500 likes on this video, I will do an arena rush with only this offense, and I really don't want to do that. So give me 500 likes, I will. So we have our builds. We do go for a Woo Young that is a double fight on a shield set, just to give a little bit of survivability against nasty Samas and kind of things. And we have a Kabila also on a fight set, but it is Swift next to that. Those two are both in tune. We have one on Swift plus a Will, and lots of attack, lots of crit damage, artifacts, attack increasing effect, and crit damage is up. We don't really need the crit rate because if we do get a pair, which is a 9% chance that you don't get a pair, you do actually land crits and you ignore defense. So we are aiming for those pairs, but we have two of them. Second one is on a rage build, a little bit higher crit damage, a little bit lower attack, and also artifacts looking similar style. I am very curious if this is actually good, or this is just fun, or this is just actually fairly stupid. But yeah, that is just the main options that we have out there. So I do expect to outspeed everything most of the time. We do have a 28 lead. But how much damage are we going to deal on this? So we have triple ones. That's some good damage. I think the ones were like 14-ish K. That's also, if we're talking good damage, that's also, that hurts. That hurts. We keep that shit hidden. So I want to see, like, this was a double 5. 5s we did 24K. So on the 1 pair we did a 14K. On the 5 pair we're doing a lot more. So yeah, this is definitely one of those big issues. Byunchul. How the hell are you gonna kill Byunchuls with this? We're gonna find that out. Like, I have no clue if you're actually gonna kill Byunchuls with this. At least his passive doesn't work that well because his passive is working the higher HP he has, which we will lower a bit all the time. So, okay, not that much damage except for the one over there. How much is this gonna land? It's actually not that bad in damage. Only one big issue is that I think I'm gonna die to this hit right now if he goes for a Roar S2. That's, hurts. Actually, is a pretty tanky one in the first place. Okay, let's see if we can still bring this back. Dice trick. Defense break. Still have to kill the Byunchul first because, yikes, that hurts, that hurts. Yeah, so Byunchuls with these things, big issue. Very big issue. That's definitely not what you want to be hitting with those. So yeah, when you're doing this, you probably gotta avoid all Byunchuls. Or you gotta get good RNG. Well, I'm pretty sure we can even get the good RNG to kill this. I just want to see good RNG while we kill this. I don't care. Use Draco for even more RNG? Oh, hell no. If you're doing this free to play, of course, people would ask like how to replace the Woo Young. You just put a Proline in there. That's just your best shot at it in the first place. So, can we get some more dupes? Not really on that one. How about this one? Also not really. Okay, yeah, that sucks. That sucks. That was even worse than the first rotation, man. Holy. That was, yeah, you definitely are by the luck of the try on this unit. So, okay, maybe we should be skipping Byunchuls on this. Just a maybe. Just a maybe we should be skipping those. I don't think that this is going to work in a second try neither. Okay, on to the next. Draco 3 Renos. Yeah, no, it was a 6, but the issue is you need a 6. You need a double 6 to actually get good damage. Ooh, okay, there's a good test as well. Light Pony. How much can a Light Pony do against us? Okay, we're getting outspat. Okay, can you maybe not get outspat? Why do we get outspat? That sucks. Why is this guy so fast? Yeah, that's Hammer. Yeah, okay, that explains a little bit more. He's fast. Okay, this guy's not fast. Right? Don't be fast. Don't be weird now. Thank you. Thank you for not being weird and fast. Okay, now we boost up. Now we go for some nasty damage. Hopefully. We got only one pair. You kind of need a double 6 pair. If you get a double, if you get the double 6, you're hitting 24k. That's where you get an insane amount of damage increase. Like, that's the main thing. A low pair is apparently like 14k, high pair is like 24k. So there's even a big difference between what kind of pair you're getting. So let's actually do it like this so you can kind of see. Double 1, so I should be looking at 15-ish. So yeah, we did do the 15k over there. Don't kill me. Thank you for not killing me. I highly appreciate that. So once again, let's see if we can get a higher pair this time around. We got a double 1 pair again, so that should be a 15k. Yep, you saw 15k flying over there. Man, so the technical most amount of damage I could do is a 5 times 25k with this. If I roll quarter, like penta 6s, that's even how to say it. Let's just keep with the League of Legends terms. Double 6, yeah, 25k full team dead. Wait, that is insane though, man. Like, if you could aim for those... Okay, we're fighting a Byuncho. Okay, this is dangerous. If I get double 6 on the Byuncho and actually do crit it, well, it's a guaranteed crit, so then... Yeah, no, it's a guaranteed crit, so... Actually, give me 6s on these. We didn't get a single. So that's the 9% of not getting a single. Give me double 6s. We got bunch of 2s. Okay, yeah, if you get like triple 2s, like I take those, Man, this is so much by the luck of the tribe, but holy, I really don't want to do a full RTA or like a full arena rush this way. I'm gonna be so tilted on this shit. But if this video gets to a 500 likes, I'll do it. Okay, this thing is now hard countering multi-hit, so that's probably a thing that I shouldn't use it against. Same with that. This could definitely outspeed me. Wait, this will 100% outspeed me. Yes, Laura. Okay, this apparently does not outspeed me. Sure, some people are slower than others, I guess. How much damage are we looking for? Double ones. Double ones is... Wow. Yeah. It does do a good amount of damage. By the luck of the try, I could definitely see this also working. Like, if I were to do this in an actual rush, I would have a few double or like a few different ways of doing it, where you maybe go for like a Mephisto next to it or any of those kind of things. Also double force. Ah, yeah, that made the big difference. Yeah, if you get the double, you do a lot of damage. We need the double. Is that how it's called? Sure, that's how it's called right now. Where do we get the numbers? Double 6s! I think there was another double because I saw 2 ignore defense, but I did spot the double 6s. Then it's just simply death, man. Like, imagine doing this together with like an Uldong and you actually roll like crazy high numbers. That would be absolutely insane damage. But so far, I'm kind of having fun with this team though. The only big issue is, like, do you actually want to do it on this? Like, this is the case where I would almost build a third. Okay, if I were to do this on the Arena Rush, I'm gonna build a third for slow teams that I can use 3 Renos instead of 2. Because in this, I'm so sure I'm gonna die against this, but YOLO. YOLO on this one. Yeah, I keep in the Wooyoung, but this I would outspeed with just the Wooyoung, most likely. Unless they have some weird 300 speed Juno or so. Double 6s, counter, not enough damage. And none of them over there. Man, we were going so good on the first one, and now we die. Okay, I think I should still avoid Byunchos. Maybe I should find a different final unit to kill those Byunchos or something like that, but... Yeah, Byunchos just like kind of one-tap my units, which I'm not that happy about. Like, I'm not too fond about being one-tap with the wrong element things going in, kind of stuff. Can we kill this? Yeah, I don't have that much damage on these units at the moment either. No. So that's definitely an issue. Byunchos is issue. But anything else that you outspeed, it's not that bad. Add a Lushen instead of a Capilla. Could be a thing, but that is too little RNG. That is too little RNG. Is it gonna be a legit arena offense? If you're lucky, yes. If you're not lucky, no. That's kind of what I would say. Like, to be honest, if you go full speed on the Kabila, I can definitely see this working. Because it does outspeed a fair bit of things. It's just Byunchos. Byunchos is issues. Like, you really need to high roll Byunchos. And as long as you high roll Byunchos, this team is golden. Otherwise, this team ass. That's kind of how it's supposed to work. Okay. Come on. High numbers. They're still doable. Like, if he's solo surviving, I can still clear it up with the other 2 units. Like, then it's not that big of a deal if I land at the death break and you actually perform some proper damage and then we shoot with this and then it actually dies. So, if it solo survives, it's not that big a deal, actually. Like, then I could definitely see... Man, I'm also clearing super fast with this. Okay, this could definitely... This is where I get outspat, right? Nah, YOLO, we still go in. We're not gonna get outspat by no wound sus. Noob unit. Yeah, if you don't have Wooyoung, you go for Praline. 100%. It is a lot worse. You lose on the lead, but you can still technically do... What the fuck was that? I'm doing. Just to recap. Andwet. I have 4 buffs on those units. I have will on those units. You managed to strip both, push back both, and even stun one? What kind of Obabo level kind of Amdoer was that kind of shit? Holy frickerinos. I put will runes for that reason. There was a reason I put will runes on these 2 fuckers. Thank you. That is how it's supposed to be. Thank you. Okay. Double oneer. It's just... It is a good amount of damage. It's definitely a good amount of damage. That's definitely for sure. The damage output is definitely there. Oh, wait, 666s. 3 times 25 in a row. That's 75k damage. Yo, that a thumbnail right there. I tell you that much, man. That a thumbnail right there. Holy the damage. Wait, can we guaranteed crit kinkies? I guess we're supposed to guaranteed crit kinkies with this shit, right? That is insane. Okay, also Camilla's killing is a little bit hard as well, but let's see. We did get double 5 on this. Yeah, we do crit that. That is nice. Unless the fact that I maybe instantly die from this. Damage. Okay. I have anti-crit. He did not like the anti-crit. Yeah, I think with this you're gonna lose a lot of matches too. It's not just winning a lot, it's also losing a lot. Could we technically hit this? I have too many debuffs. You're not gonna strafe shit, right? It's too bad that they're not light or dark element. Then you don't have the issue with one element really screwing you over kind of style. Also, yeah, Samafs can hit pretty hard on this. We insta-killed the unit on the right. Wait. Isn't the Fire Jin supposed to have a passive? No, delete it. Straight up delete it. Okay, for the fun of how much damage this shit is doing, it's actually really good, not gonna lie. I think we can kill this before you take a proper turn. Let's see that. Damage is juice. Damage is insane. By the full-on RNG, with the both of them, I can do 125k per freaking Reno. This team can do technically 250k AoE damage in just 1 rotation. It's most likely never gonna do that, but... And, ooh, 4-4s. What? Was it 3-4s or 4-4s? That was an insane amount. Yo, this is actually more funny than I thought, man. This is actually way more funny than I thought. This is stupid, man. It's just you have a few issues. More definitely issue. You definitely issue. Well, more I could potentially one-shot, but just Björnchill issue. And there's a decent bit of Björnchills out there. So that's definitely Björnchills is a big issue. Why didn't the Jin revenge? Because he died. I don't know. Yeah, actually, no. Wait, that's true. Why did he not? Like, the first one survived. He should have done that. Okay, can we insta-kill you? We had a 6 early on. Yeah, we actually murdered it. Okay. We need our numbers. Triple. Wait, 4 ones. 4 ones. These are... The 1 is literally like half the damage of a 6, though. But hey, if I get them in pairs, I don't mind. Could we kill this? Yeah, this is definitely the scenario. Man, this is where I want 3 of them. But then, to be honest, I'm not too sure. 185 on this. They could outspeed that if they just do a 280 on like a Björnchill or a Juno or something like that. So the options, that's mainly if they just go for a full-on speed lead kind of thing. Yeah, let's actually check. If your passive just straight up doesn't work against Renos, that would be a bug, I guess. I don't know. Like, this thing shoots counter me. That is for sure. Man, I'm having way too much fun with this. I'm wasting way too many wings with this midweek, but it's actually kind of fun. Okay, so that is definitely not a kill. No, did go for a counter in this case. Interesting. No clue why I didn't counter in the last rotation. Also, did that that was way less damage. Wait, not a single pair. Wait, okay. This is also the other end of the stick where it's like, yeah, that was a great team. Sir, you guys were supposed to deal damage? Absolutely nothing did damage over there. That's also what it is. So you could do 250k damage in the whole rotation. You could also do only about like 15k in the whole rotation. That is definitely a something right there. Ooh, a lot of twos. Nearly killing the whole thing. Yeah, he does go for the counter right now. I'm not sure what triggered him to not counter in the one rotation. And what do we have over here? A bunch of threes. You did. Roll another dice. Yep, man, this is the RNG of the RNG, man. Holy. Yeah, this one is also definitely something you don't want to hit with this because it starts healing and legit all of my units are multi-hitting, which is not that great. Same for Abelios. I could see a world where we can clear this. That's also why I wanted to have one shield set and the wheel set on it, so you need a real god Amduet to actually perform the real Amduet kind of things. What do we have? Nothing. And now you cut because, yep, still fast enough to cut, I guess. Do we have something on this? We have double threes. Guys, we have issues. And with issues, I mean a lot of issues. This is peak Summoner's War. This is peak Gamba, man. This is the absolute biggest Gamba kind of shit I've ever seen. Yeah. Don't kill me. Oh, this pushback, though. This pushback is massive. The S2. No, the S2 did no damage. What? Wait, I'm not sure if you already took your turn where we have to... let's just take you out first. And let's take you out second. And you're taken out. Dice trick does absolutely fucking nothing. Take it out. Yeah, okay, they're really bold for just their S3s because their S1, S2 are relentlessly bad. Like, they're not doing anything. It's just all about the S3. Neo, okay, way too tanky. What do we have over here? That's... yeah, that's very tanky. That's something that ain't gonna happen ever. You see for these, like, there's still a lot of Byunchos. I never actually really noticed how many Byunchos are still out there. But maybe it's more of a midweek kind of thing. But yeah, this is, as mentioned, Proline over here on the Woolyong slot. But how much do? We have double fives. That's not that much. I hope you don't have attack bar gain. Oh, he did strip my attack buff. Okay, now we need real good damage to make this work. We got fours and ones. We dead. Yeah, we dead. Okay, if I ever do this in Arena Rush, I'm going to be losing so many times. I think I'm going to be losing as many times as I'm winning. Like, it's too bad you don't see a history. But man, that is the most RNG shit of RNG shit I've seen in a very long time. Is it fun? Yes. Is it recommended to do? Absolutely not. That is definitely a true statement. There are a few teams that I would say is like, hey, they feel like good best in slot teams. But for a lot of teams, not really recommended. Also in RTA, if you see a lot of content creators getting good clips with this unit, that it's doing so well in RTA, keep in mind in RTA current state, he's sitting at a 43% win rate. And that is including all of the people having like crazy LD boosts, such as Yeonhong, Greg, Vivachel, all of those kind of good units, Lucifer's next to it. And then even then, it's still sitting at a 43% win rate. So it's a fun unit. It's a highlight unit. If it works, it looks really cool. But don't fall for the trick that it's actually good. So that's all for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab for the guide video archive, which contains all of the guides that you might need. Hope to see you there.